My brother leaned forward in court, a self-satisfied smirk on his face, and said, "We're finally shutting down your embarrassing business." My parents nodded like proud spectators, completely on his side. I froze, my hands tightened into fists at my sides, a hot, burning rage bubbling inside me, but I didn't speak. Then the judge looked up, confused. "Wait, this is the company that just secured the $89 million defense contract." In that instant, the world shifted. Everything they thought they controlled slipped right through their fingers. If you've ever been underestimated, belittled, or betrayed by the people who were supposed to support you, hit that subscribe button right now. Like this video, and get ready for a story where revenge isn't just served, it's meticulously planned and perfectly executed. Let's dive in. Growing up, I always felt like I was living in someone else's story. My parents had a very strict definition of success: doctor, lawyer, corporate executive. Anything outside that narrow path was considered a phase, a hobby, or, worst of all, a failure. My older brother, 5 years ahead of me in age and stature, had always been their golden child, confident, commanding, and ruthlessly persuasive. I, on the other hand, was quiet, introspective, a dreamer who liked building things, tinkering, and solving problems in ways my family didn't understand. So, when I announced I was starting my own tech company, their reactions were predictable. My father raised an eyebrow, my mother sighed, and my brother, he laughed. Loud, sharp, and dismissive. "You running a company? Good luck with that. Don't embarrass yourself," he said. I forced a polite smile and walked away, swallowing the sting of humiliation. But inside, my mind was alive with fire. I didn't care what they thought. I wasn't going to prove myself to them. I was going to succeed for me. Every late night, every line of code, every sleepless pitch meeting became my quiet defiance. Slowly, my hobby grew into a real company. By the time we were bidding on the massive defense contract, I wasn't just a dreamer anymore. I had a team, a vision, and a product that was truly revolutionary, secure, scalable, and cutting edge. But my family's eyes were still closed. They couldn't see what I had built, or perhaps they didn't want to. Then came the day they decided to attack. It wasn't subtle. My brother filed a lawsuit, claiming that my company was mismanaged, a family embarrassment, and demanded it be shut down. My parents, like obedient spectators, nodded along publicly, backing his claims as if they were gospel truth. I remember sitting in the courtroom, my palms sweaty, the air heavy, my heart racing. I wanted to scream, to beg for recognition, but I held my tongue. Anger alone wouldn't win this fight. I needed strategy. I needed evidence. I needed the world to see justice unfold. During the preliminary hearing, my brother presented his case with confidence, painting me as reckless, immature, and financially irresponsible. Every word was meant to humiliate me, to show the court that I was unworthy. Then it was my turn. I stood slowly, making eye contact with the judge, letting my calmness speak volumes. I didn't shout, I didn't plead, I presented facts. "Your Honor, the company my brother wishes to shut down has secured an $89 million contract with the Department of Defense," I said, my voice steady. "This is not speculation. It's a legally binding agreement with far-reaching implications." There was a pause. The courtroom shifted. The judge's eyebrows rose in surprise. My brother's smirk faltered. I laid out detailed financial records, timelines, and letters from government officials praising our work. Each document was a hammer striking against the narrative my brother had tried to create. By the time I finished, the courtroom was silent except for my parents' faces, frozen in disbelief. The revenge wasn't about shouting or shaming. It was about letting the truth speak, louder than their arrogance. This moment had been years in the making, not just the company, but the preparation for moments like this. I anticipated every angle my brother could take, every assumption my parents would make. I had thought through every document, every metric, every possible loophole. When the judge finally delivered the verdict, I felt an almost surreal calm. My brother's confidence crumbled first. His posture sagged, his mouth opening to speak but faltering. My parents went pale. "The court finds in favor of the defendant," the judge announced. "The company shall remain operational, and all claims regarding mismanagement are dismissed." Silence, shock, my brother's jaw tightened. My parents stared, their own overconfidence now their undoing. I didn't gloat, I didn't need to. The look of their disbelief, the realization that they had underestimated me so thoroughly, was enough. Later, as the courtroom emptied, my brother tried to corner me. His voice was tight. How did you?" I smiled softly and walked away. No words were necessary. Actions, after all, speak louder than explanations. I can still remember the metallic tang of the courtroom air, the echo of my heartbeat in the tense silence, the rustle of papers as I carefully laid out every contract. My hands were steady, controlled. My body was tense, yes, but my mind was laser-focused. Their disbelief radiated toward me like heat waves. My brother's attempt to dominate, my parents' nods of approval, they were like distant storms, powerless against the calm I had cultivated. Betrayal sharpens your senses. Every word, gesture, glance became fuel. By the time the judge spoke, I felt almost detached, observing a play unfold, and I had written the ending. The ultimate revenge wasn't in shouting or humiliation. It was the validation, the undeniable proof that their judgments were wrong. The irony of the $89 million contract was exquisite. The achievement they mocked became the instrument of their humiliation. My brother avoided eye contact for months. At family gatherings, the subtle shift in dynamics was palpable. My parents, once rigid in their definitions of success, had to confront the reality that their approval could no longer define me. I didn't revel in their discomfort. I didn't need to. Victory felt complete and quiet. Dignity, the kind that lingers long after the moment has passed. I learned that respect isn't demanded, it's earned. And sometimes, justice is quiet but undeniable. Those who underestimate you often underestimate themselves, and their arrogance can become the very tool of your triumph. If you've ever been betrayed, dismissed, or underestimated and turned it into victory, I want to hear your story. Comment below, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. Every share spreads a reminder, underestimation can be dangerous. If you know how to turn it into your greatest advantage,